Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're talking about the German Bundeswehr 65 litre rucksack. We're getting probably towards a Bergen here, really, slightly bigger. Comes in Flecktarn camouflage, one of the most popular camouflages in the world. The Germans have been doing Flecktarn probably since World War II. If you go back over history, you'll see that some of their early smocks were Flecktarn camo. Anyhow, so like I normally do, I'll start from the top, work my way around. On the top here we have, first thing we come across is a side pouch, but it's probably a top pouch, which basically opens up. And this is where you probably keep essentials like, you know, medicines, probably communication equipment, stuff like that. There's always been a concern a bit about this because it doesn't have the clip on the top. It's got just like a running tape like that. And people like to have the pockets wide open. Personally, I think that's the Germans being minimalistic. They like to keep it simple. Works really well. It's a very unusual place to have a pouch. You normally see them on the side or on the front, but it's nice to have one in the top where you can catch all your bits and bobs. Next to that, there's a couple of straps here. Now I've taped these up with special Velcro ties, and you've seen me in my other videos how they are and what they do. They basically just keep it all tidy, but these extend right the way out. And that's probably a good place where you put your sleeping mat and things like that. On the top here, you've got this front pouch here. I don't know if you can see that there. That's where you'd probably keep a travel permit or something like that. It's very small. But when we come to here, there's a pouch here on the back, which is pretty much hidden. But the storage is incredible. It goes right the way down to the front of the lid, right the way down there. You can see on the top end, it's beautifully waterproof lined, as you can see. Again, this is the Germans being ultra efficient. A couple of tabs there, so you can put some cord through there. That's always a good thing. And of course, you've got the Velcro strip there for the name tab. As we work our way down, I'll sort of explain. There's quite a lot to go through on this one. It's got so many features on it. Again, we've got those clasps here, where you can wrap over instead of tying all the way up. Again, I think it's a fantastic feature. It's something that should be done on many bags. It works really well on the German kit. There's no reason why it couldn't work anywhere else. Okay, so down to the middle. Now we've got, just going to undo that there. We've got a loop strap, lashing strap there. This, I think, is probably for a weapon. I've seen lots of axes and guns put in things like this, and there's like a pouch at the bottom there where the butt would go, or you know, the handle. And then you can just tie it out through the lashing strapping like that. Really nice feature, that. Very, very popular. We'll go to the top now. Again, really good. Well, you call this like a skirt or a sock, but it's basically a waterproof top for it. I've stuffed it with a pillow, so I'll just take the pillow out. Give you some idea. And basically there you have it. There's all the explanations you need. This will be your issue, this will be a year, what it is, and probably the model number. Inside there is a bar for stability that goes across the top there. I'd also imagine that they would put like a bladder on that, the Velcro attachment for a bladder for all your hydration. And again, as in the day pack, there's a place for your kip mat. That's where that'd be used for sleeping on, or for surrounding a gas stove, or just for a seat. I've got one here actually you can look at, save me taking it out. This is what it basically is. It just unravels. To say, a very, very, very good bit of kit this. And what an ingenious idea, put it in your backpack. That's what gives you your stability on the back there. There it is, right there, nice and solid. So anyway, back in, round to the front there. Massive, possibly, don't know if you can see that, Ronnie, can you see that?
Yep. Yeah,
you can see there's probably a good 50 litres in there, I would say. It's beautifully lined with waterproof lining. Okay, down to the side pouches. Again, we come back to that issue again. You know, there's a lot of people like to have the pouch wide open. Normally these are sewn over to stop that happening. Obviously, the person that owned this before has taken that off, so now you can do that. I don't think that's probably a good thing to do. I would leave it as it was, because you don't really need to get your hand right in there. And again, it's that German way of the side pouch again, being able to go all the way through. Yeah, I think that's really, really good. To me, that is an absolute show winner. Okay, down to the bottom. Undo these clips here. This is what gives you your extension pouch at the bottom. You open this up, and inside there is the base of the inside. Now, if you want to put some wet clothing in there, you can seal that off. Again, you know, they've thought about this kit bag really well. Basically, what you do is you just lash that down. So with slippery hands, lash that down. That's now sealed off. You've got a compartment there that will now host your wet clothing, and on the inside you've just got that area there. So again, you know, they seem to think about their equipment really, really well. I've always liked the German kit. Round to the back, or the business end, as like to be, carry handle is always a useful thing to have. One of the best things that any rucksack can have, really. Preload. A lot of people don't understand what the point of these are. This is what gives you your height. Yeah, it brings it up higher on your shoulder. Really good thing to have, especially if you're carrying a lot of weight. Chest strap, again, this is removable. A lot of people take these off. I don't really see the point of that, really. These are what give you stability at the top. Really useful bit of kit, but you know, having it detachable again is a really good thing. And of course, you've got the waist belt, which goes all the way around. I don't tend to use these really. I like them just sitting on my back. But again, you know, they're very hard to get in nice condition, these are now, and it's a big thank you to Epic Militaria here in Great Britain. Have a look on their website, epicmilitaria.com. They do some really, really good bits of kit. They seem to source some really rare equipment. But this is the Bundeswehr German rucksack, 65 litres. It's probably bordering a Bergen, but say that will also be useful on a cabin bag. You can crush that down into a cabin bag probably. I know that I've taken stuff like that on board before. Recommend a bag like this. To get them in this condition, you're probably looking at about the £40–50 mark. Yeah, when they're battered up and a bit ruined, maybe £30, £25 really will probably get you one. If you want them mint and new, then you're going to be looking at £70. But here we are, there's the Bundeswehr 65 litre Bergen rucksack. Thank you, comment below and subscribe.